There's a shift in how I see myself once I am expecting the things that I have asked God for in prayer. I can't ask God for something in prayer and continue to see it the same way it was before I asked. Because then I'm not believing that I have received what I asked for. What does expectation look like? Let's look at the definition first and foremost. In dictionary.com, the definition of expectation is the act or state of looking forward. Forward, not back. Not even where you are. You're looking at what's to come. You're looking for what you've asked for. Some of the synonyms of expectation is confidence, trust, hope, intention, assumption, possibility. So expectation is a spirit of positiveness. It's an attitude of positive. You are expecting good to come to pass. You have a trust in God. You have a confidence in Him doing what you have asked Him to do. Expectancy looks a lot like having a baby. Right? Prayer is the act of intimacy where you give your heart's desire to the Father. And God in return gives you that desire in seed form, in the spiritual form. Right? So you become spiritually pregnant with what you've asked for. The moment you ask, God gives it to you. Spiritually in seed form, right? Now, in the natural, when we find out we're pregnant, when we find out we are having a baby, what do we call it? We call it expecting. I'm expecting, right? And immediately we begin to make a shift. A shift in how we think, a shift in how we speak, a shift in our attitudes, a shift in our actions, right? We begin to see, we begin to speak, we begin to take action in preparation for what we are expecting, this new baby. Before we can even physically see any manifestation of it being there, before we feel the baby move, before we see our stomachs even grow, nothing looks different. Majority of how we feels exactly the same, but we start declaring it, right? The moment we find out that we are pregnant, the moment we get that test back, we start declaring what the test has revealed, right? I'm having a baby. I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to be a dad. We're going to be parents. I'm going to be a grandparent, right? Oh, I'm going to be an auntie, an uncle, etc. We all start declaring what is to come. We all begin to see ourselves differently. We change the way we see ourselves. I see myself as a mom now. I see myself as a dad now, right? When we ask the Father for things like health and prosperity, if we are truly expecting what we've asked for, then we change how we see ourselves from that moment. I am no longer sick or broke. I am health and I am wealth. There's a shift in how I see myself once I am expecting the things that I have asked God for in prayer. I can't ask God for something in prayer and continue to see it the same way it was before I asked. Because then I'm not believing that I have received what I asked for. The second thing that we do is we adjust our behavior, right? If we are eating poorly, and then we become pregnant, we immediately start eating better. we start paying more attention to the foods that we're putting in our body, right? If we were hanging out, partying, doing all this frivolous stuff with our money, we immediately start scaling back a little bit, start saving, right, for this expecting baby that's to come. We begin to align our behavior with actions that will be beneficial to the child we are expecting. Once we're expecting answered prayer, we need to align our behavior with it, right? We need to become responsible. We need to start acting like health and wealthy people act. We need to start making sure that we are aligning our lifestyles with that which we have asked the Father for. The third thing that we start to do when we're getting ready to have a baby is that we start to visualize or imagine who the baby will look like, right? What will this baby look like? I hope it has your nose, and I hope it has my complexion, or I hope it has my eyes, and I hope it has my braids, and I hope it has your heart. All of these things we start to imagine, right? And we start to visualize, and we start to dream up what this child will be like. Its attitudes, its talents, all of these things we start to imagine. When we are expecting answered prayer, we ought to start to envision it as well. See it in details. See the details of it. Imagining it ourselves. Seeing ourselves in it. Seeing ourselves with it. This is a part of expectancy. This is what expectancy looks like. Number 4, we start preparing for the baby by making space for them, right? You a new mom, you start cleaning things out, you start preparing for this new baby. We start making this room, putting everything in place that this baby will need, right? Are you making room for your prayers to manifest? How will that husband or wife, some of you are believing God for a spouse, right? How will that husband or wife fit into your life? You're praying for this new spouse, but do you have time for one? Or is your life so busy and cluttered with so many things that you're constantly doing all the time that you really have no space for this relationship? Are you praying for health? Are you praying to be healed and made whole, but you make no time for a healthy lifestyle? You make no time to work out. You make no time to shop for healthy foods. If you're expecting your prayers to be answered, you need to make room for them now. Just like you would an unborn child that you know is coming is going to need space in your life.
Welcome to Holy Health and Fitness, where we help you to live whole, spirit, soul, and body.
We are the leading online health, fitness, and faith community that provides 3-dimensional spirit, soul, and body information, support, and accountability.
Here you will have full access to daily meditations, transformational messages, mind-renewing tools and exercises, meal and workout plans, community encouragement and support, and a whole lot more.
Unlike other faith or fitness communities, we focus on the well-being of the whole person
Our goal is to live whole
and to help you live whole.